Welcome our chief guest, Dr. Sandeep Bera, Director, ICAR, Indian Institute of Groundnut Research, Junagadh. We are honored to have you, sir, today. Honorable chief guest, technical speakers, and dear participants. Good morning and welcome to the webinar on Beyond the Shell, Opportunities in Groundnut Processing. It is a great honor to witness such an esteemed assembly of experts, enthusiasts, and participants from diverse regions, all connected by a shared passion for the innovative field of groundnut processing. Moving right along, I invite Ms. Peenal Patel, Assistant Manager, Gujarat Agro Industries Corporation Limited, and in charge INDEXT-a for the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to today's webinar titled Beyond the Shell, Opportunities in Groundnut Processing. We are here to explore and innovate within the dynamic field of groundnut processing, and I am grateful for your presence. We are honored to have Dr. Sandeep Bera, sir, Director, ICAR, Indian Institute of Groundnut Research, and would like to extend sincere gratitude for sparing precious time for us and accepting our invitation. Your participation today is highly valued, and we are honored by your commitment to this important discussion. To our esteemed speaker, your expertise is the foundation of today's webinar. We look forward to the knowledge that we will be gaining in today's discussion that will follow. Government of Gujarat has an Agribusiness Extension Bureau named INDEXT-a with an aim to promote agri and food processing sector in the state. INDEXT-a is working as single point of contact for awareness, research, hand-holding, and providing guidance to potential investors. Among first of its initiative, INDEXT-a has started with one-day webinar series on value addition and processing prospects of various agriculture products and focus crops of Gujarat. And today's webinar topic is on groundnut processing, the fourth one in series. I am happy to share today our participants are from various parts of food processing value chain. We have food processors, exporters, FPOs, scheme beneficiaries, district resort persons, incubation centers, startups, and representatives from industry associations. We have even participants from various parts of country. We have from even Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, Maharashtra, Odisha, and we saw very aspirational and motivating registration from all across India. As we proceed with the sessions, I request for an active participation with a willingness to learn about opportunities, and we really look forward to this particular webinar for more information and insightful sessions. Thank you very much once again. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you found this webinar more productive and enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you for the welcome address. It is with great honor that we introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Sandeep Bera, holding the prestigious position of Director at the ICAR, Indian Institute of Groundnut Research in Junagadh. Dr. Bera's illustrious career is marked by his significant contributions to the enhancement of groundnut cultivation. His expertise in the utilization of wild species for the introgression of desirable gene variants into cultivated groundnut has led to the development of numerous pre-breeding lines. His work in the characterization of groundnut genetic resources, traits discovery, and the development of molecular markers has been groundbreaking. A pioneer in his field, Dr. Bera has successfully introduced resistance to various diseases into cultivated groundnut from its wild counterparts. His efforts have resulted in the creation of over 600 pre-breeding lines and the registration of 33 elite groundnut germplasm with enhanced disease resistance, larger kernel size, and higher oil and oleic acid content. Dr. Bera's innovative approach to groundnut research includes the development of a robust field screening technique for stem rot disease and the identification of QTLs associated with this and other diseases affecting groundnuts. His work has led to the development of more than 150 elite advanced breeding lines with high oleic acid content, a testament to his dedication to improving crop quality. The release of the first ever high oleic groundnut varieties in India, Girnar 4 and Girnar 5, stands as a testament to Dr. Bera's commitment to the agricultural community. These varieties are now in high demand among farmers, reflecting the practical impact of his research. With over 125 research papers, abstracts, reviews, and book chapters published in leading national and international journals and conferences, Dr. Bera's scholarly contributions are both extensive and impactful. He has also been an influential mentor, guiding 2 PhD and 9 MSc students. Dr. Bera's excellence has been recognized with the first Sri Somlal Vyas SEA Innovation Award in 2022 and the Royal Castor Foundation for its development of high oleic groundnut in India. His expertise is further acknowledged through his nominations as a fellow of several prestigious societies, including the Indian Society of Genetics and Plant Breeding, the Indian Society of Genetic Resources, the Indian Society of Oilseed Research, and the National Environmental Science Academy. Please join me in welcoming a visionary in agriculture research, Dr. Sandeep Kumar Bera, as a chief guest for today's webinar. It is now my privilege to invite sir for the inaugural address.
Thank you, organizers. Actually, one thing what I love to see the video of participants. I'm not able to see those who are in the meeting or participating. That is another thing. Second thing, from where you have received my CV or biodata, that is also strange for me. And thank you for your kind words, whatever you have said about me. All these my career achievement, but that is not sufficient to the contribution for the farming community of all India groundnut farmers. Lot more we have to do for the groundnut farming community of this country. Coming to today's business, groundnut, maybe 30-40 years back, groundnut was known as a oilseed crop in this country and else all over world. But over the 30 years or maybe 25 years, scenario has changed. Now groundnut is not only a oilseed crop, it is being also considered as a food crop. And as we all know, the 50% of the groundnut production is going directly for food purpose, direct consumption. And more precisely, after COVID period, this has increased substantially, maybe 15 to 20%. And naturally, total production, if 50 to 60% goes to direct consumption, naturally it is putting a impact on oil seed, edible oil. And we all know India is importing around more than 58% edible oil out from the outside country. And Government of India is putting a lot of money for importing edible oil. There are two major reasons. One is we have increased our consumption beyond the recommended level. Some states it is almost double. Gujarat recommended for Indian people recommendation is 13 kg per head per annum, but Gujarat it is around 24-25 kg liter per annum per head. And similarly, some other states also using, particularly all those metros, the consumption level is very high. That creating a that skewed picture for edible oil, and also the purchasing power of the Indian masses have increased. So whatever maybe the consumption is more, whatever we are producing, so Government of India has to import from the outside, and Government of India is spending lot of exchequer to import and meet the domestic demand. This was the picture of last 5 to 7 years, and ultimately there is a huge crisis in the government to make the country self-sufficient for edible oil, and resulting Government of India has launched National Oilseed Mission from this year. Already it is in roll from this 25th 2025 Rabi summer already started, and government is behind of this oilseed mission to increase the domestic production both for oilseed as well as edible oil, and has earmarked more than 1,000 crore rupees for that purpose. Hopefully, we'll be able to achieve something. May not be entirely or fully self-sufficient, but definitely some progress will be there. At least we can produce 75 or 80%. That is the overall picture of Indian edible oilseeds. Coming to groundnut, groundnut was the king of mustard oilseed in India, because there are 7 major oilseeds in India, and groundnut used to be the leading one, but for some or other reason, groundnut is now in 3rd position in the country. Mustard is in number 1, then soybean, then groundnut. And among these 3 major, which is contributing around 85 to 90% edible oil in this country, groundnut contains the highest oil content among the other 2. Groundnut is oil content is around 52 or 51%, while rapeseed mustard is around 35 to 40%, and soybean again coming around 18 to 25% in between. But since major groundnut or 50% groundnut is going for food purpose, so that is again a issue for us. Whatever we produce groundnut, 50% we keep aside for a consumption and 50% we crush for oil. So naturally total oil output is less. Now only one thing we have before us, that is the increase the production of groundnut in this country, as well as putting maximum area under groundnut. But as we all know, expansion of area is likely to be thin, because there is a huge urbanization, then pressure from food crops, mostly rice, wheat, where its productivity is very high, easy to cultivate, farmers get good return. So there are several issues on that. And in general, oilseed crops are low yielder than wheat and rice, maize. So keeping all those things in our background, increase of groundnut production, particularly per hectare yield or area increase, may not be very quantum. Slow increase will be there every year, but we have to continuously make our effort to increase so that our target is achieved. Currently, last year 23-24, India produced 10 point, as per Government of India data, Upaj site data, 10.29 or 10.3 million ton we have produced from 4.7 million hectare. And that is a very good ratio, and India sustained groundnut production over last 4 years, and last 4 years we are producing more than 10 million tons. And out of that, some 50%, what I say, is going for food purpose. Little bit export is there. But this year, because of this national mission on oilseed, there are several efforts from the government side. Already, only this single season, last Kharif season, Kharif 2024, rainy 2024, we have crossed the area production what we produced in 2023-24. So that is a good development in this country. And after this Rabi and summer crop, because country used to grow groundnut 3 seasons, not in single state, in and around of different states of this country. Gujarat majorly rainy season crop, but northern Gujarat now it is coming for summer crop. Similarly, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Bengal, Odisha, these states are coming on big way for Rabi crop as well as summer crop. And we are confident after third estimate or maybe fourth estimate, India may cross 11 million ton this year. So maybe if everything goes on right direction, there will be a total production jump of 1 million ton this year, 2024 and 25. And since you all are involved in processing and industry side, you know this year Gujarat have a huge or bumper production, groundnut production, not only Gujarat, UP, MP and Rajasthan also. These are the 4 major states, including Tamil Nadu. Last year, huge bumper production, particularly Rajasthan and MP. Crop failed a little bit in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, but MP and UP production is going there. So overall, it is a healthy situation, which again caused little bit distress sell in the market. Farmers are not getting their expected return. Even some farmers are selling less than MSP. Government is planning something how to maintain this price so farmers do not leave their groundnut cultivation next year. For today's topic, it is a very interesting selection for today's aspect, because groundnut is an industrial crop also. Lot of export, processing or value addition are involved in this crop, particularly this western side, entire Gujarat, Rajasthan and Maharashtra, little bit in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka side also, but major part is in Rajasthan, Gujarat and Maharashtra. So if we go for a processing and value addition, or maybe exporting, that indirectly enhance the return to the groundnut farmers, and farmers will not be loser for coming years. And as we all know, because of increased labor cost, seed cost, input cost, fertilizer, both pesticides, herbicides, all those things, cost of cultivation is going very high. We are constantly trying to reduce the cost of cultivation for the farmers, and side by side, if there is a good market price for groundnut, farmers will have a better return to their pocket, so they will be also happy. Ultimately, they are the last mile stakeholders who are contributing, producing, or will be helpful in future also for making this country self-reliant on edible oil. So if we add this processing, value addition, and more industrialize, make this crop, so that will be win-win situation for the groundnut farmers of this country. And I hope for that today's group has to play a major role. And if we see the most of the products supplied in our airlines, cookies, butter, and different bars made up of groundnut, peanut. So consumption is increasing, and lot of value-added products I used to see in the non-traditional state also, like Odisha, Bengal, even Northeast. Whenever I visit, I used to visit all over India. I used to see lot of peanut products in form of candies, in the form of cookies, in the form of snacks. So there is a increase, and I hope it is also coming in the export scenario also. So that is a very good scenario for us. And I especially want to mention here this directorate and Junagadh Agriculture University. We have released 4 high oleic groundnut cultivar. High oleic, the benefit is that normal groundnut oleic acid content is around 50% or 55%. We have increased that oleic percent to 80% in these 4 variety, and many more are in the queue. And there is a guidance from the top leadership of this country. We have to release almost all varieties in near future with high oleic only, because there are 2 major distinct benefit of high oleic oil or any foodstuff. The shelf life of the produce will be more, maybe 10% or 8% higher than normal groundnut. And whenever oleic acid is more in the oil or groundnut based food, it helps to reduce the cardiovascular diseases of the masses, because it helps lowering the cholesterol in the blood and also reduce the cardiovascular chances of cardiovascular diseases. That will not like that medicine. If we take 100 gram high oleic groundnut or 1 liter high oleic groundnut oil, that will free us from cardiovascular diseases or reduce the cholesterol. It is not like that. Continuous consumption of this high oleic product, groundnut product, in terms of oil or in terms of any value-added products that will help us to reduce the blood cholesterol as well as cardiovascular diseases. So these are the benefits. So, and all the outside country, those who are in the business of making butter or peanut chocolate.
हेलो हाँ संतोष जी आप क्या फिर उधर से लिए कि नहीं
They are preferring
okay, हाँ,
high
हाँ,
oleic
ठीक है।
groundnut, and particularly Mars is constantly in touch for high oleic groundnut variety and procurement, and some other industries also. So all these ways we are trying to improve the production, productivity, as well as industrial use. So ultimately, our aim is to give a better return to the groundnut cultivars. So farmers should not leave the groundnut cultivation, rather they should increase or put maximum area under groundnut. And from our side, we are also trying the better high yielding varieties, replacing the old varieties, and maximum constantly we are trying to make available good quality seed of recently released high yielding varieties. So all those things will help us to achieve our target. So with these words, I thank you today's organizer for inviting me and selected as a chief guest. And I will be also it will be very helpful for me to know your area, and we do not have much knowledge on the industry or industrial sector where groundnut is involved. We do sometimes discuss, but we do not have the entire picture of groundnut industry processing or exporter side. So I will be happy to listen some of it, but I may not be able to continue up to 2 p.m. your program. Please pardon me, but maybe half an hour or 45 minutes I will continue, and would like to listen from you what are the major issues anybody discuss here. So that will help us to reorient our research, or maybe I may be able to put all those issues to the ear of government. Thank you. With these words, I stop here. Thank you once again. Over to organizer.
We are immensely grateful to you, sir, for such an insightful talk. The participant must have gained awareness about newer opportunities in value addition and allied areas. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Shubham Jha, Senior Consultant, Technical Support Agency for INDEXT-a, for a vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. As we come to close this introductory session, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of our entire team. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Mrs. Pinal Patel, Assistant Manager, ICAR, for her unwavering support, guidance, and encouragement in all our processes. I'm also immensely honored to extend our collective appreciation to our chief guest, Dr. Sandeep Bera, sir, for gracing us with his presence today. Your thought-provoking address has left an indelible mark on our minds and has undoubtedly enriched our understanding and perspective. We are truly grateful for the time and wisdom you have shared with us. To all our distinguished participants, your active engagement and enthusiasm have been the driving force of this event. Your contributions and discussions have not only added depth to our proceedings, but also have fostered an environment of learning and collaboration. We thank you for your valuable presence and for the knowledge that you have imparted today. As we look forward to the upcoming technical session, I am excited about the potential for learning and the exchange of innovative ideas that awaits us today. The expertise and insights that will be shared promises to make this a truly enriching experience for all of us who are present today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.